Hello, welcome to Marla Guys, aka Third Eye, and I'm back here with another video. How um so this reading is basically it's kind of like a love reading in a way, not really, but yeah. And this is more of the masculine energy, um feelings and thoughts and stuff towards the feminine. So if you are feminine watching, this is if this is your situation, this would be the masculine's feelings and thoughts towards you. Or if you are a masculine watching and you are, into masculines, this will be the masculine's thoughts towards you. Or just take it how it resonates. Switch the rules how it needs to be. So right now, the masculine, isn't a lot of regret for choosing the path and know he wasn't supposed to do, but I really believe that the masculine really let his ego um rule his emotions and basically ruin his life in a way. Um because this masculine is a very internally they go through a lot, a lot of pain, a lot of trauma. And it's that's no excuse for treating a person away, any type of way. But the masculine, he has a lot of internal pain and a lot of internal trauma that he battles on the inside. So he has a really, 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 really hard time expressing himself, being open and being vulnerable. And so he had these feelings for you, but he wasn't vocal about it. Not only that, this masculine was more of a 3D type of person, so it's more superficial. So he likes shiny stuff, he likes money, and that's fine. You can like money, you can like shiny stuff, but it was more of he was very like arrogant to the point where it's like if you don't have this, I don't want you. Basically, kind of like lowering your value because you can be a high class woman or a high class man, but you don't have to have all these materialistic things. It's the mindset, it's the characters, how you operate. Materialistic things doesn't always have to make you a high class person. It can, but internally it's the work that you do on the inside that also reflects on your outside. um, so this masculine, he regrets his action. Also, I believe this masculine, he breadcrumbed you. He kind of was he was what's the word? I can't even think of the word. But he was playing with your feelings. He was playing with your feelings, he was playing with your emotions. Um and he was basically like trying to degrade you and trying to make it seem like you weren't enough, and when reality he knew that you were a high class woman, or switch the roles, or a high class man. He knew your worth. He didn't want you to know your worth because he had you on a pedestal. He knew your worth, but at the same time he didn't feel worthy of your love, your affection. He didn't feel worthy of you because he doesn't think highly of himself. Mind you, he has an ego. It's really big, and he operates from that ego. So he didn't feel like he deserved you. He deserved love because of his internal battles and demons that he deals with. But he doesn't try to heal them. He tries to ignore them by using coping mechanisms, whatever he uses those things to numb the pain, so like he doesn't have to deal with it, but like it's still there. You're just ignoring it, and it's going to come to a point where it's like you're gonna crash out or whatever, But um I can, like, honestly, like, I can see and I can feel like this masculine's energy, it's up and down. It's like he thought that by him degrading you, by him playing with your feelings, playing with your emotions, breadcrumbing you, that you would chase him, because this man likes validation because he's insecure. He has no self-worth, and that's really the bottom line, because he doesn't feel worthy. He doesn't feel like he deserves you. He doesn't have self-worth. And that's part of the reason why he treated you the way he did. So he wanted to do all these things to hurt you, to cut you down, to also make you chase him, because he wanted to feel like the prize, when reality, you were the prize. You were the high value person. He wanted you to chase him, and because it will make him feel better about himself, it will make his ego feel bigger. It will make him feel like he's all that in a bag of chips. And it's like, you honestly, when this masculine came into your life, you weren't really like looking for anything, but like you took an interest because it's like, okay, well, in the beginning he was kind of showing signs, but then he started to do too much, as in not do enough, be an a-hole, and just really be arrogant and cocky. And you started to see his behavior and the characteristics of him and his personality, and you like, I don't really like that. And also, he really played with your emotions or your feelings. And so it really took a toll on your confidence. So he actually did what he wanted to do, was break your confidence and your sense of self, because he didn't have sense of self or confidence. So he broke your confidence, he broke your sense of self, and it really it damaged you, like, mentally and emotionally. And he know what he did, because that's exactly what he wanted to do. You were strong on the outside. If you had to be around this masculine or whatever, for whatever reason, you were strong on the outside. You didn't let him see you break or show any signs of weakness. But behind scenes, you were weak, and that's okay. You were vulnerable, you were sad, and you were depressed, because you were taking an interest, and this person came to you, chasing you, and decided to treat you lower than what you deserve. He didn't treat you how you were supposed to be treated, and it did hit your self-worth. It did hit your confidence, and you had to build your confidence back up. I mean, obviously, like, when no one's perfect, so you're gonna show a little bit of signs of, of insecurities, or you're gonna show a little signs of, your confidence a little low, and that's okay. Everyone goes through that high and low of feeling good about themselves and feeling bad about themselves. It's very balanced. It's duality. You have to. It's balanced. Just long as you do the inner work to get better, you're gonna be fine. But this masculine, he didn't think, honestly, because of he had an ego and he was so superficial. He didn't really think that you had enough. Like, he was more of a superficial person. He cared about money, he cared about status, he cared about looks, he cared about all these things, right? And it's like, he actually did care for you, crazy as it sounds. He did have some feelings for you, and they were deep. And the thing is, he was hiding them, and he didn't want to express it because, like I said in the beginning of the video, he has a hard time expressing himself. But you didn't have enough for him. He didn't feel like you deserve it. And that's really the reality of the whole situation. He didn't feel like you were worth it. He didn't see your worth. So he started exploring other options, and he treated you like an option. And that's a real hard pickle. That's a real hard to, like, to hear. that he did not see your worth, and he did treat you like a option. And he was exploring options. He was making you feel less than, and you had to detach. This masculine knows everything that he was doing. He wanted you to stay hooked on him. He wanted you to stay codependent on him. But he didn't realize that you weren't codependent in the beginning. You you weren't gonna chase him. He wanted you to chase him, and you didn't chase him. That also hit his ego because you didn't chase him. He felt like he was the prize, but you are the prize, and you didn't chase him. So that made him feel rejected, but he was rejecting you. So he was trying to do a lot of reverse psychology and stuff on you. Um, but it's like you beat him at this game and you weren't even playing. It's like you were more mature, more grown, more of an adult than he was, right? And he was still in his player energy, child mentality, high school mindset. He was in that. The masculine, he still craves validation and praise and recognition because that's something his inner child that that's something his inner child still needs. He also needs to heal that. That obviously means that he still has some childhood wounds from when he was a child that he needs to heal and deal with. Now that he's an adult, it's playing out in his adulthood. So that's probably why this masculine operates the way he do, because he still has some inner childhood wounds that needs to be taken care of. But right now, this masculine, he is into a dark spot, mentally and emotionally, and spiritually. And financially, physically, he's not in a good spot. And the thing is this, and you intuitively, you already know this. You know this. And this masculine knows that you know what he was doing. He knows that you know how he feels, but it's like you don't care because he didn't care about you. He didn't care about your feelings. He didn't care about your emotions. So like intuitively, this masculine, I can kind of see like this masculine is like he's screaming, he's like crying behind the scene. So here's another thing. This masculine on the outside, he has a very tough exterior. Like his aesthetic and everything, he looks very tough, very stoic, very like macho, whatever, doesn't show emotions or feelings. But in reality, this masculine's a real big softy. He is a big softy, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's a big softy. He is a hopeless romantic. He's just been so hurt and damaged in his life that he doesn't know how to have healthy love. He doesn't know how to receive healthy love. He doesn't know how to be a healthy, loving partner. And he wonders why none of his relationships work out is because he attracts people how he is. So if he's like that as a man, he's going to attract women just like him or even worse. And so because he has mother wounds, he's going to attract women with father wounds. And since he refuses to heal and deal with those internal battles and demons and know that childhood wound stuff, he likes to ignore it. He's going to continue to attract the same people in different bodies. It's the same spirit in different bodies. Um, and I really feel like right now the masculine, he is doing a lot of self reflecting, but it's a little too late. Like, he regrets treating you like shit. He regrets not taking you serious. He regrets breadcrumbing you because he knew you were his wish fulfillment. He was literally praying. I don't like, he could been praying. He just been speaking out loud or wishing upon the star for someone like you to have the qualities that you have, to be how he like when I mean be how he is, it's more of like the same interests, the hobbies and all those things. I don't really think this masculine I don't know. But You just weren't what he thought you would be. He wished for you, and he knew exactly who you were because he wished for you. But you didn't look like what he wanted, and he also didn't see your worth, and he also didn't think you had enough for him. He is in a lot of regret. So even if this masculine is out with friends or like hanging out, he's not really happy. And I think his peers or people around him are kind of seeing like his mood is just not there. He's just not who he used to be, basically. And I think it's because he know that he fumbled the bag. He fumbled you. And you were a high value person. You were sent to him. He wished for someone like you, and you were sent to him. And he was tested, and basically he failed the test. He did not learn. He has to learn karmic lessons. Um and at this time he is just going through a lot of reflecting. He is having an ego death. He is going through a dark night of the soul. It's because he needs to realize his actions has consequences. You can't treat people any type of way and expect not to have some type of consequences on your end. So at this time, he is realizing that you were his wish fulfillment. You were his soulmate or his counterpart. And he realized that he mistreated his soulmate, his counterpart. He realized that he made his soulmate feel small. And the thing is, this man loves attention, so he was really trying to have options and try to make the feminine feel like she had to compete for his love and attention and affection. And it's like, this is a high value person. And when you're a high value person, you know your worth. You're not going to, sorry, compete and chase anyone because you know what you deserve. You know that you are the prize, and you know that not in a cocky way, but in a humble way. You know what you deserve, and you know that you're not going to do any type of stuff that makes you feel less than. And he realized he made you feel less than because he already felt less than himself. He wanted you to feel less than too, because he, like I said, he didn't feel like he deserved you in the first place. um he is trying to cope with the loss of you because you have detached, you have left, you walked away, and you really had no choice. You walked away, you live in your life, you're um just focusing on you and live in loving on you. This man, this masculine, he is really going through it. And it's because of how he treated you. Like, he is going through a dark night of the soul. He's going through a dark night of the soul. He is going through an ego death. He is also experiencing, excuse me, he is also experiencing a lot of delays and a lot of conflicts and chaos in his life. And that's part of his karma as well, because intuitively, from him being a player and him having options and treating you like an option, he had that in your life, basically, that manifested in your life. So the conflicts, the delays, the chaos that happened and was manifested into your life, and it messed up your life and your stability in some type of shape, way, or form, because of his actions, because him choosing to be a low vibrational person, and you know, and him vibing like that. So now, since you moved on with your life, you walked away, and you're focusing on you, that energy is manifesting back to him. It's going back to him. So now he has to deal with that same energy that he put out. Um Also, like, he has too much of a big ego. He's too prideful. He regrets it. He does. It eats at him every day. Like, if you think about this person a lot, it's most likely this person is thinking about you and you're picking up on his energy. You're picking up on his energy because that's usually how it works when a person is thinking about you so much and so heavily, and you just start thinking about that person. That's usually like, it's like telepathy. Like, you guys are both thinking about each other, but it's like it's him thinking about you. But he needs to realize his actions. So he needs to go through what he did. He never apologized. He know he treated you wrong. So he needs to deal with that. And honestly, if he does, and I'm pretty sure he will come back and he wants to talk and confess, but it's like it might be too late. You might have detached so much where you don't even feel anything for him. You might be dating other people or dating someone. You might be in a committed relationship. It might be so, or you might not be. You just might not be interested anymore. So it's like when this masculine does come back, it's like you might be already um in a mindset where he is not even in your mindset. Basically, he's not even somewhere in um your plan. 12:12 on my clock. Like, and I think this masculine realized that, and so it's like, I don't know if he is like, he has a lot of demons and a lot of things that he needs to work with. And work on. And you were sent there to help him, to heal him, to love him, and he was supposed to be that for you. And you guys were supposed to heal each other and love each other. But like I said, he rejected you. He rejected his soulmate, the person he acts and wished for. He treated you like you were less than. He did not see your worth. He made you feel like an option. He broke your trust. He broke your self-worth, your self-esteem. He have hurt you mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Um so it's like you have to go in hermit mode and you have to go heal yourself. While he was partying, having sex with other girls, choosing low vibrational things over you because you guys were supposed to be this powerful and amazing, beautiful couple. But this masculine just has so many demons that he was dealing with. He was battling, and this masculine, he cared too much about what people think about him. He has a low self-esteem issue that he needs to work through. That's a part of his childhood wounds that it still needs to be dealt with. He cares about praise and recognition too much to the point where he would hurt people closest to him, lie just to get some type of recognition or praise. And it's like, in he wondered why he's not happy in life. It's because of the things he chose to do and the thing he is continuously choosing to partake in. You can't expect anything to get better if you're not trying to do better. You want to be better, but you have to take the necessary steps to be better. And he hasn't. And right now, I think this masculine is just he's doing a lot of self reflecting. He knows he fucked up. He knows he fumbled a bag. He knows he fumbled his blessing. And so right now he's lost and he's lonely. And even if he is in a relationship, he can be in a relationship, he might not be. He might just have situationships or whatever. It don't matter, whatever. even if he is in the relationship, he feels lonely. It's a loveless relationship, very toxic and very argumentative, and that's part of his karma. And if he's not in a relationship, he still feels lonely. Um, he is still dealing with a lot of toxicity and chaos and stuff like that around him because he's so used to that. He's not used to healthiness and healthy love. He's used to toxicity. So he is dealing with that. And he cannot come to you if he is not healed. And if he choose to heal and if he choose to go down the right path to get to you, just maybe you guys will be together because you never know. But that masculine got a lot of work to do, and it's a time limit. And if he wants to get to you, if he wants you back, he's gonna have to put a lot of effort. Because, like I said, you're the prize. He's gonna have to put a lot of effort in. He's gonna have to do a lot of healing, a lot of self-reflecting. He's gonna do a lot of work. But if he wants you, he'll do it. And if he doesn't, well then you know that it was a lesson, and God's rejection is God's blessing. That's the message.